اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا مولانا محمد وصحاب سيدنا مولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I'm addressing all of you all today, and it's a very sad occasion because of some very unfortunate situations which have been occurring, but it's come the time that we have to draw some lines here. On May 15th, 2021, our beloved Moshe Kamil passed away, and it left the entire community and the entire family grieving, and that grief continues, and many things that happened at that time till now. Because of the situation, the sensitivity of it, and because of the grief that everyone has been enduring, I've been exceptionally patient and tolerant with oppression and atrocities which have been committed against myself, and I've not said anything about it. I've urged everyone in the community to mind their business and stay out of the family business, and this has gone on for some time. The first thing I want to say is that there's no doubt about, and there has never been any doubt about, love and respect for Accuses. And there are many hadith, numerous hadith, which we all are very well aware of, in which Rasulullah urges his Ummah to respect his Ahlul Bayt, to love his Ahlul Bayt. And there's no doubt about that. There has never been any doubt about it, and there has never been any controversy in terms of the administration of TMOA or other members of TMOA disrespecting Ahlul Bayt. But one thing I have to remind everyone is that when we think of Shadi's family, we think of his children and his wives and his grandchildren. Alhamdulillah, Shadi has 13 children. He left behind 13 children and 3 wives. And the respect which is shown must be according to every member, not only of Shadi's family, but of all of the Ahlul Bayt in the Ummah of Rasulullah. That being said, I want to clarify a few things and make something very clear for everyone, even though I know that most of you have been on social media and have been watching YouTube videos and, watching this drama or saga as it unfolds for whatever reason. And so a lot of things you're aware of and a lot of things you're not, because I've never made a public statement about these things, but then now I'm forced to make the statement and to mention these things. I don't want to get into too much detail. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but some of the criminal behavior of, say, Gilani, such as breaking into my shop and throwing the things out, or shooting at the gate of the house in which I was residing, which is 18B Upper Mall, Myanmar, or forcibly removing my children's property from the Myanmar house, these types of things. These have been going on over the past year and a half. All of this has been tolerated, and Allah knows there's a lot that I can tolerate, a lot that I have tolerated, and a lot that I can continue to tolerate. But the reason why a line has to be drawn now is because this is not a matter of my personal belongings or my personal property. The matter here is a treasonous matter in which Sayyid Gilani, Sayyid Fatima Gilani, aka Fatima Sarmad, Sayyid Naima Gilani, aka Naima Tour Lester, Amina Gilani, aka Amina Ford. These people have committed acts of treason by siding and partnering with open enemies of Murshid Kamil. All of you know it. There's proofs of it everywhere. These people have been cooperating with, partnering with, siding with R2F and other open enemies of Murshid Kamil, and people who speak directly against Shadi, against his mission. They have committed acts of treason which are destroying the family and destroying the Jamaat. They have committed heinous acts of treason and repeatedly continue to do so, which is directly against Murshid Kamil, directly against everything that he has spent his entire life building up. And these are things which are destroying the fabric of our society and our community, and this cannot be tolerated. Wallah billah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me the patience to tolerate many acts of injustice and oppression against myself and my children, but as in the responsibility that I have and the position that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put me in, it is not my choice. It is not up to me. I cannot tolerate these acts of treason which are destroying the Jamaat that Shaji spent his life creating, and which goes against everything that we have learned, everything we've been taught, everything that we stand for. Going on social media and collaborating with a site named Sheikh Gilani Exposed and denouncing Murshid Kamil, Fatima Gilani stating that her father committed shirk and that he taught his followers to commit shirk. All of these things, like I said, I don't want to get into every detail because you all are very well aware of these details. And so for this reason, for the reason of this treason, these people whose names I've just mentioned are officially excommunicated from the Muslims of America. They are no longer part of this Jamaat. That is Sayyid Naima Gilani, aka Naima Tur Lester, Sayyid Mudassir Gilani, Sayyid Amina Gilani, aka Fatima Amina Ford, and Fatima Gilani, aka Fatima Selmat. However, at the same time, these are members of Shadi's family. These people are up to debate. And therefore, if you see them, respect them. If they come to your house, sit them down, give them some tea, offer them something to eat, the same way you would do for any member of Ahlul Bayt that you might meet anywhere in the world. Always uphold your adab, your respect, and your, proper manners towards the members of the family of Rasulullah. If they commit some wrong, that's not your business. But as a head of TMOA, I can't allow them to continue to remain a part of the community where they are destroying the community from within and from without, because this is an act against the Jamaat of Rasulullah, a Jamaat established by the head of Ahlul Bayt, Sheikh Sayyid Mubarak Ali Shah Gilani. And for me to sit silent and not say anything any further will be haram for me. It will be wrong for me to continue to sit silently and be patient. I can be patient with things, with matters of myself, but I don't have the authority to be patient with matters concerning the destruction of the Jamaat in which Islam was created. The Jamaat that is the Jamaat of Rasulullah, the Jamaat that has been built on love of Ahlul Bayt, the Jamaat that has been built on here and away, the only way, the golden rule, the Jamaat that has been forged for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the blood, sweat, and tears of our fathers and our parents and ourselves. Some of us have committed ourselves from a very young age, and we've done nothing but work for the sake of this Jamaat, peace to be Allah, for the sake of Allah, for our entire lives, and inshallah will continue to do so. So, as I said, please, I will never tell you to disrespect any member of Ahlul Bayt, no matter what they do. Always respect them, but there's no obedience. There's no obedience. As far as Sayyid Sultan Shah is concerned, he was a member of the Shura and a member of the Jamaat, but he's going to have to make his position clear. And if he wants to remain a member of this Jamaat and a member of the Shura Council, he's going to have to accept the decree of his father and his murshid, Sheikh Sayyid Mubarak Ali Shah Gilani, who appointed myself, as is very well known to all of you, as a successor, and who also appointed Sheikh Sayyid Nur Hussain Shah Gilani as the future Imam of TMOA. And I'm going to leave that to him, and I hope and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala moves his heart in the right direction and allows him to come to terms with these facts that he knows very well. He said it many times. He said it to me personally. He said it many times, and he knows this is a fact. As far as all of the Jamaat members who reside in Audubon, Odom, Georgia, everybody who is 16 years old and over will have to personally come to Holy Islamburg, our headquarters, and retake their bayah, renew their bayah, and take bayah and sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, if they wish to remain part of this community. Yes, it has gotten down to this. Yes, this is how it is. Gee, many people have divided loyalties. We are not begging for talibs or talibas. We are not begging for anyone to stay around. But if you are sincere, and if you are a talib of Murshid Kamil, if you have taken bayah, it's always generally understood that when you take bayah to Murshid, to any Murshid, then the person that they appoint as their spiritual successor, you automatically come into that bayah. But because of the many treasonous activities which have taken place, and the statements which people have made, which have been tolerated thus far, this needs to be clear. We need to be clear where you stand. If you don't want to take bayah, so well and good. Please, go your own way. do whatever you like. It's your choice. No one is forcing anyone to do anything. There's no compulsion in Deen. There's no compulsion in this Jamaat. We only need, as Shaji said, one sincere Talib or Taliba on the land. That's it. We're not running after people. We're not running after anything. Anyone who doesn't like this decree, leave. Anyone who disagrees with this decree, leave. Leave. The next matter which I'd like to give some clarification on and also give a decree and let all of you know about this very openly, and I'm going to sit down with Khalifa Ferozuddin and Colonel Ijaz Gilani, a very close and old companion of Murshid Kamil, as well as Sayyid Amjad Gilani, the cousin of Shaji, as well as Sayyid Jafar Gilani, another cousin of Shaji. I'm going to sit with them and other members of the family, and I'm going to inform them, but I'm letting you all know, I'm going to inform them that Fatima and her siblings, they filed a lawsuit against me, as you all are very well aware of, and they stated that they did not want that I should distribute Shaji's property to all his legal heirs. They also wanted me to distribute my personal property to all the legal heirs, and this has been a point of contention and one of the reasons why we're sitting here today. And I would like to clarify a few things regarding each and every property in that lawsuit, and I'm going to let you all know the decision that I've come up with regarding these things. For the sake of this Jamaat, for the sake of this family, and for the sake of Ahlul Bayt, I have taken the decision that aside from the Holy Gilani bill, where Murshid Kamil is buried in his Galvaris, myself and my children, we renounce all of the property. I will hand over every property document to